Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
It's the 6th of May 2015. A very good Wednesday morning to you and welcome to Primetime Sunrise. You're with me, Florine Rajendran. Before going to the stories in detail, here's a look at the headlines. Meeting to be held between the former and incumbent presidents at the Parliament complex. Sirisavesa Kalapaya concludes following 3-day exposition of the sacred relics. Steps taken to identify the Kalaba, the reserve area in the north, as a national park. Severe storms cause devastation as a tornado tears through northern Germany. On to those stories in detail now. A meeting is scheduled to be held between President Maithripala Sirisena and former President Mahinda Rajapaksa at the parliamentary complex today.
Issuing a media release, the Presidential Media Unit noted that it was customary to grant a meeting with the President if so requested by an individual or organisation. According to the media release, MPs Kumara Velgama and TB Ekanaika, who had visited the President's house 2 weeks ago, had intimated to President Maithripala Sirisena of the requirement of the former President to meet him. The release adds that following this meeting, Venerable Muruthuttwe Ananda Thero, Venerable Medagoda Abetissa Thero, Venerable Uduwe Damaloka Thero had requested for such a meeting to take place. The President's Media Unit states that the meeting between President Maithripala Sirisena and former President Mahinda Rajapaksa will take place at the President's office in Parliament at 1:30 p.m. today. The unit adds that the meeting will be based on strengthening the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and that no discussions will take place with relation to the activities undertaken by the government. The release states that President Maithripala Sirisena rejects various libelous comments made by certain individuals in this regard. The release adds that it is conventional for the President to engage in such discussions as the chairman of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and that the meeting will uphold the faith of the almost 6.3 million people who voted for President Sirisena at the elections of the 8th of January.
To one of our headline-making news, the sacred relics and the relics of 14 arhants, which were brought in procession from the Yatihalagala Raja Mahavihara in Kandy for the Sirisavesa Kalapaya organised by the Capital Maharaja organisation along with John Kills Holdings PLC, will be returned to the Viharaya today. Now, devotees in their numbers flocked to the Sirisavesa Kalapaya yesterday as well, which was incidentally the final day of exposition of the sacred relics. The Sirisavesa Kalapaya, organised by the Capital Maharaja organisation along with John Kills Holdings PLC, was held over a 3-day period, providing devotees the opportunity to pay homage to the sacred relics displayed at the environs of the Capital Maharaja organisation head office on Braveru Place. Hundreds of thousands of devotees flocked to witness the relics and were also able to see the digital telethorina and displays of Vesak celebrations. Devotees paid homage to the sacred relics and the relics of 14 arhants, which were brought in procession from the historic Yatihalagala Raja Mahavihara in Kandy. The sacred relics of Arhants, Sariputta and Moggallana, 2 of Lord Buddha's closest disciples, were brought from the Mahabodhi Agrashravaka Mahavihara in Maliga Kanda. A special puja was also held at dawn at the conclusion of the Sirisavesa Kalapaya. The Department of Wildlife states that laws are being formulated to convert areas such as Chundikulam, Madu and Delft Islands into national parks.
Lanka
Under this program, we have identified a few regions in the north and the east, and we will provide conservation facilities to these areas. The Madhu and Chundikulam sanctuaries will be converted into national parks, and activities are underway to convert an area in the Delft Islands into a national park as well. We have also taken steps to conserve the islands on the path of the Talai Manar towards India, as migrant birds are known to rest in the region on their migratory paths. With the conservation, we also expect to improve the living standards of the people living in these areas.
Now, 4 persons sustained injuries in several accidents that took place in the Girithale and Chilao areas.
A car veered off the Bakamuna main road in Girithale into a tree, injuring 2 of its passengers, including a monk. 2 persons were injured when a motorcycle plying from Sidua to Colombo crashed into a train at the Kurana Crossroad in Chilaw. Our correspondent stated that the injured have been admitted to the Chilaw hospital for treatment. A collision between a lorry and a car near the Galkandia area along the Chilaw-Colombo main road resulted in the lorry toppling across the road. No injuries were reported in the incident.
Eleven workers in the Herald estate of Hatton have been hospitalized due to a wasp attack. Our correspondent stated that the people injured by the attack have been admitted to the Dikoyo hospital. 2 of them have been discharged after receiving treatment.
Brick by brick, our hearts become one. The Run Bhumi Rally for Unity. 8 May, 9 a.m. Thale Manna, 12 p.m. Mana, 4 p.m. Madhu, 9th May, 9 a.m. Purasankulam, 12 p.m. Vaunia, 4 p.m. Mankulam, 10th May, 9 a.m. Kilinochi, 12 p.m. Punari, 4 p.m. Jaffna. Join us now for the nation's biggest rally.
And that's a wrap of Primetime Sunrise here at News First. You can keep abreast of these stories and much more by simply logging into our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the News First team, I'm Florin Rajendran. Have a wonderful day ahead of you.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.